Hello and welcome to the Dinosaw number 238, another 7 curious, interesting things I saw last week. So as ever, let's crack on. First one is Disney's robotic Olaf. And as the name suggests, it's a robotic Olaf from Disney. This is available in frozen worlds in Hong Kong and Paris, starting 2026. So this is from Walt Disney Imagineering, the awesome people there. And as you can see, it walks around, looks kind of cool, looks kind of natural. It has a removable nose as well, you'll be happy to know. It's remotely operated, remotely voiced as well. I assume there'll be somebody with it because it looks a little bit top heavy as well. But we're seeing more of this kind of real characters walking around for the meet and greets. So that'll be awesome. This is from Amazon. This is kind of big news actually. So I explain what this means is the Fire Stick, as you see, you stuck it in your TV and it allows you to stream Amazon services. It is Android based underneath this piece of plastic. However, that allows you to also what's called sideload some dodgy apps onto your Fire Stick, still put it in your TV and then watch potentially pirated content through your Amazon stick. This has been a relatively big vector for pirated content for quite a while. So what's changing is their operating system is moving from Android to Linux and their own Vega operating system. So that means you can't sideload, or it's going to be very difficult to sideload new apps that are outside of the Amazon operating system or the App Store. So that will cut down fairly heavily on the pirated content through these Fire Sticks. Now that'll drive people to other places, obviously other Android based things probably, but they're also doing at least in the UK, the police are doing raids to get anybody who's reselling these sticks that have already got this dodgy software in it. So things like Streamio, Magis, Cyberfix, that sort of thing. So yeah, watch out. If you're a dodgy streamer, then they're coming for you, whoever they are. This is a robot that has walked 106 kilometers. It has gone from Suzhou to Shanghai in China, obviously. Between those is 106.3 kilometers. So this robot is the Agibot A2 Ultra, and it can hot swap its batteries, so it can change its own batteries, and hence why it didn't do the whole lot on one battery, obviously. It actually took kind of nearly 2 days. I think it started one evening, walked all the way through the next day and arrived early the next morning, sort of 3 or it might even be 4 days. They don't tell you, but that's what I've kind of managed to figure out. There you go. It's, yeah, as I always say with these things, you now need to be able to walk at least 107 kilometers to outwalk one of these things. It will get you now. So yeah, well done to Agibot. That's kind of interesting. OLEDs, who knew? They have a handedness, so left or right hand light. So yeah, so what is it generating? You don't really know. It will generate either right or left depending on the material. You cannot alter it until now. So scientists have now figured out by changing where the charge in the material is generated, it then generates left-handed or right-handed light. So it's polarized in one way or the other. Why is this interesting? Well, it can actually give another dimension to the data. So imagine you have a fiber optic cable or a monitor even that is then flashing 101010, i.e. on, off. You can now have it going on and left, on and right, or off and left, on and right, kinda. So you've now got different views or different states of the light that you can now control. So it will add another layer. So that's kind of interesting, a new dimension. So maybe for cybersecurity, so to check whether it's been received in the right polarization, even the data can be polarized now. Kind of interesting, kind of nerdy. However, this is the future human washing machine. That's actually its product name. And this was shown at the Osaka Fair. This is a journalist going in it, and it gives you a automated shower. It's a washing machine for humans. So it uses micro bubbles on the bottom side, so to speak, and it also uses slightly different micro bubbles on the top side. It takes about 15 minutes. It dries you. It also monitors your heart rate. If it detects any sort of stress, it then shows you some cool stuff on the inbuilt screen. So there you go. If you're interested in one of those, it's aimed at nursing homes at the moment, and it looks like it still drips water. So maybe another prototype is needed, but that's interesting. Nano Banana has had an update. This is Nano Banana Pro, and it has this cool feature as spotted by El Cine on X. If you, for instance, showed it some films, it can then retrospectively work out what the lighting and the camera setup was, and it can then annotate that diagram. Now, these aren't exactly correct, but it's close. It's really close. So This is not harming anybody at this point. Like the film's already been done. But if you're a student of film or you're just interested in recreating these things in reality, then this is how you can do that. That's really interesting. So here are, I think, 10 examples of films showing you what might have been used. Now, some of these are a bit wide of the mark, but still, it's close. And finally, we have a report. This actually came out a couple of months ago, and I noticed it then, and I just thought, actually, it's still interesting. So this is a report from Australia. It took 14 years of data, and they're looking at the rollout of broadband in Australia. And what they found, there's a correlation between when broadband drops in a neighbourhood to when obesity goes up. So they were looking at that and say, is there a correlation? There is a correlation. So it's not actually the broadband that's causing it. It's the sedentary lifestyle that increases because you now have access to fast internet. So movies, streaming, gaming, those sorts of things. You're not moving whereas you were before. It is an effect to the point where if you are on average height, it's measuring your BMI here, so average height is important as a guide. If you are average height and you receive broadband, you could gain 4 to 5 kilograms, and your rise of obesity might be 6.6% in that area. So there is a direct correlation between super fast broadband and obesity. Who'd have thunk? But it's not actually the electrons. Don't worry about it. You just need to get out more is the message. There you go. Interesting. Hopefully it was interesting. If it was and you're not subscribed, you know what to do, and I will see you next week.